everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first ever video. To be honest, I'm absolutely bricking it. I don't know why, but it's just one of those weird things, isn't it? Chatting to the camera just seems a bit weird. Anyway, I'm not chatting to the camera, I'm chatting to you guys. So hey, I'm Tasha. If you follow me on Instagram, you know I love thrifted fashion, secondhand, whatever you want to call it, vintage. It's kind of my bag. At the beginning of June, I decided that I wasn't going to buy anything new. Well, apart from maybe pants, because, you know, haven't actually found any sustainable options that I really love yet. So if you've got any recommendations, put them in the box below. I'm hoping my channel will inspire you to try maybe secondhand fashion. It doesn't always have to look dowdy or granny-like, although I'm sporting my best granny shirt right now, so shoulder pads and all. There are also a lot of sustainable brands coming out as well, which hopefully will feature on my channel at some point. And the price point sometimes is a little higher, so at the moment I'm trying to find stuff that is accessible to everyone, because obviously, I mean, I don't have a massive, you know, load of cash that I can just splash on fashion. If you've come over from my Instagram, you'll know that I love kind of neutral tones. I'm also a huge fan of blazers and hats. To be honest, I wasn't going to wear my hat for the video, but my roots are massive, so I apologise. I've got an appointment, hopefully when they open again, and my amazing hairdresser is going to sort me out. So until then, you've got my hat. So my channel is probably going to focus on charity shop clothing, thrift finds from vintage shops, thrift shops, markets, also Depop and Vinted. I've just started looking at Vinted, so hopefully I'll find a few things on there. Also eBay is another one for me, which I also sell clothes on eBay as well, so if you want to shop my wardrobe, you'll find some stuff on there as well. So today I wanted to share with you a few of my favourite finds. They're mostly from Depop and eBay. You can see here that also there's a lot of blazers, because that's probably one of my favourite things at the moment. My first find is this gorgeous blazer. This is actually from eBay. I think I paid just over £5 for it, and then plus like £3 postage or something. It's really good quality. There's a couple of teeny little pulls in the back, but you can barely notice them. This is one of my favourite colours as well. It isn't actually lined all the way through, but it's a men's one. I always find that with blazers, if you opt for the men's section, you'll find some absolute bargains, because the problem is at the minute, blazers are like so in fashion that the women's stuff is going up in price. I mean, I've seen one of the really lovely Zara blazers going for ridiculous money on eBay because they've sold out online. Obviously at the minute, I mean, you can go in shops now, but you know, obviously before they whizzed off the shelves, so now they're on eBay for ridiculous money. But to be honest, if you look in the men's department, you'll find some absolute classics, including this one. One of my favourite charity shop finds is this gorgeous blazer. Now, I was actually shopping for the charity shopping challenge last year when I spotted this in a charity shop in my local town. I didn't have a price on it, so when I took it up to the till and they said it was £2, I was like, oh, I'm having it. And I'm very sorry to the person that I was actually supposed to be buying for, but this one came home with me. It's been on my Instagram numerous times. You can style it so many different ways. You can dress it up, dress it down. I love the structured shoulders on these blazers at the moment, because for me, I carry a lot of weight around my waist. So a structured shoulder gives the illusion of you being slightly wider up top, and it takes away looking down there. But you know, obviously there's nothing wrong with down there, but that sounds a bit odd. But for me, I am a bit self-conscious about that area, so I'd rather people didn't look at it. Like, so, you know, it's totally up to you how you want to style these, but I love the structured shoulder for that reason. It's got a lovely pattern on it, and it's just a classic. This one is actually an old Debenhams one as well. So to break up the blazer love, I have a gorgeous bag. This bag I found on Depop. I spotted it on Instagram because one of the vintage shops that I follow shared some other vintage shops a couple of weeks back. I'm not normally a bag person, but this one is just beautiful. To be honest, I did put it on my Instagram and it looks huge actually in that picture. It's like one of those, it's like, whoa. But actually it's not that big and it's quite skinny. So I mean, you can fit quite a lot in it, don't get me wrong, but obviously it kind of looked like it was a massive beach bag on my photo, but actually it's kind of more of a sort of, I don't know, it's kind of a classic, small classic. It's just so gorgeous. I couldn't resist, to be honest. I'm not, yeah, like I said, I don't normally buy a lot of handbags or anything like that really, but I absolutely love the natural colours of this. I love the natural materials. It goes with pretty much everything in my wardrobe, so it just had to go in my basket. Another favourite that has been on my Instagram quite a few times are these boots. Now, I got these on Depop. I think they are very, very similar to the designer version, the Prada ones. I absolutely love this sole. They look really, really heavy and chunky, although they are chunky. They're so, so lightweight, and these were, I think they were like £12 or something. Brand new, never been worn on Depop. I wear a lot of boots, especially in the autumn time, and I just thought these were perfect. These will just last so many seasons as well, to be honest. I think even now, I mean, it's a tad warm, but you can kind of style them with pretty dresses and kind of make it look a bit grungy. So I think getting a really, really good pair of boots that will be a classic will last you all year round, really. So absolutely love these. Another one of my eBay finds is this a light green blazer. Now, when I made a bit of a boo-boo when I actually bid for this one, because although it was like, I think it was only about £3, so it's not that much of a boo-boo, but I actually thought it was like a grey colour. The pictures did actually look grey, but of course I didn't read the description and I didn't say that. So although to be fair, I do love the colour of it. It's a bit different to my normal kind of pick, really, but I think it could work, to be honest, with quite a lot of my wardrobe anyway, and if it doesn't, then I'll be either popping it on eBay or Depop, so you can you might be able to grab a bargain. This is another one, I think, sort of like a Debenhams one again. Yeah, classic Debenhams. So basically it's the same as that other blazer I've got here. It's the same label, so it's probably from the same kind of whatever year these were made. Another absolute classic, and it was only a couple of quid on eBay in the men's section again, so just definitely take a look in the men's section. Excuse my hangers, they're not exactly very attractive. So this is another one of my favourite blazers. This is slightly more fitted, shoulder pads again, lovely structured shoulder. This one, like I've shown on my Instagram numerous times, this one was £1. Now, I mean, you can't go wrong with £1. Absolutely lovely quality. I think it's originally Marks and Spencer's. I found this in a charity shop. The particular charity shop was selling everything at £1 that day. I could have gone mad in there, to be honest. I only picked up a few things because my wardrobe is overflowing as is. But £1, you can't go wrong. I just got a handful of things in there. This was one of them. It goes with so many things. It's really lightweight. It is also just perfect for summer, perfect for spring, and then like we had back in autumn, winter last year, we had the kind of winter whites and the neutral colours with the sort of the darker browns and things like that, I mean, they just work perfectly all year round. I think it's just a staple. So yeah, that's another one of my faves. So as you can see, I'm also wearing another vintage bargain. This one was from the vintage kilo sale in Exeter when we were actually allowed to go out and gather in, you know, big groups of people. It was pretty mad, to be fair. And also it was one of my first vintage kilo sales, so I didn't know what to expect, and to be honest, it was carnage. It did stress me out a lot because it's sometimes quite difficult to get to the rails if there's particular items that people are obviously after. Luckily this one, and there was like a whole load of shirts people were not avoiding, but they weren't really going for. So it was perfect because I spotted this, a couple of other ones which were this kind of tone. This has got shoulder pads, so it's, you know, perfect, well, perfect for now. And it's really, really lightweight. The only thing I would say is to avoid, I mean, this is polyester, but the polyester that they kind of made in the like 80s and 90s is, blimey, it is not breathable. And now I think a lot of the, even the materials that are bad for the planet are a lot kind of easier to wear, don't make you sweat so much. But these, I mean, luckily this is very, very lightweight and baggy, but I can imagine if it was very tight under the armpits or very tight in general, it would cause you to sweat quite a lot. Not a great feel, but yeah, super lightweight. And this, I think when I got everything together, because I think it was £15 a kilo, so this would work out a couple of quid, I think. If you can get to one of those when we can actually go out again, it's really worth having a look if you kind of like that thing. It can be stressful and hot, so you know, if you don't like that, then it might not be your cup of tea, but it is great fun. My husband did actually enjoy it, so he got a few bargains too. So that was my favourite kind of picks at the moment. I have, well, tons more I want to show you, but I just wanted to keep it kind of short today. So thank you so much for watching. I'd really love to obviously share tips, like styling tips, how to buy vintage, how to buy secondhand stuff, kind of what to look out for, things like that. So if you'd like to see any of those type of videos, like, please do let me know in the comments below. I'd love you to subscribe if you really want to, please. And I'm hoping that these will help inspire maybe more secondhand buys in your wardrobe rather than sort of going straight for the fast fashion stuff. I'll hold my hands up, I am not perfect at all. I have shopped secondhand for quite a few years, alongside other things as well, but my transition now is focusing on secondhand clothing and vintage clothing, etc. So I'm learning myself, and I'd love you to come on the journey with me. So thanks so much for watching. Hope you like it. If you do, give me a thumbs up. Sorry, that was so cringy. And just hit the subscribe button if you want to follow. Thanks again for watching. See you later.